Your fairy race and inhabitants of fish, as known as the water spirits. Their home they make their home in lakes and upon with the interlope of cruelty and tasted of some kind cause born the more playful. I'm Melissa. Pop. Man, yours as the press of the local reminder. Once lived in a young dwarf warrior who dreamt of he was doing to realize the value of his most important standing. If you're interested in coupons, I'm afraid I cannot assist you to afford it, and you come to the right place. Nice to see you. Hope you've been here means you had your fully rest. No problem, but you'll be no good to anyone if you don't think of it. Anyway, not as much as I had planned for you to meet that helper about you. He refused to answer his link. I hope even in exchange they say that has finally stopped at the Stark and the Empire saw no sign of movement, which means we might actually have a movement to ourselves for a change. Seeing as you're back, maybe you can tell me more about your time. Great. If you don't mind, I'll be joining Filmian to join us. She'll want us to happen to Minfilia. I think it's best she hears it from you. We'll meet you in the terrace of the House of Splendors. Expect you to absolutely everything. It's been too long. Didn't mention I will be joining me. Did she not? Thank you. Words can't express how long I've mourned for us. This world's Minfilia has sacrificed too much to save. But come, rest your faith, the tower will surely arrive. Minfilia chose to pass the gifts to her next oracle, this girl who named Rhina. To have such a burden thrust upon her of a child, only to embrace it when given the choice. In that respect, they're quite alike. It would seem her legacy is indeed in capable hands. Ask you a favor for when you return to the first. Do tell Ryan what I cannot. Tell her thank you. Offer my thanks to her for staying with her till the end. Like a partner? Could I have a word? Well, I hope you'll tell me you've received word from our helper. I wish nay, but not a peep out of him. It has been a good long while, not too busy longer. I'm going to snake over the board and see if I can get a signal from here closer up. If they catch you, there must be another way. There ain't no way I can do it. Besides, I should have no trouble picking them through the glimmers. Now the fighting's died down. Gods know their shadows. It beats the weight on her twiddling thumbs. Anyway, I just thought. I best be. Never crawls at the stones, and she wants a word. Something to do with the patients. She was getting ready to examine them against. I was left. You need to head back. I'm sure it's important. Alright, sounds good. Oh yeah, I forgot. I did unlock. Oh, it's hard to shoot. I like both of them. So here, examine them. Oh, I do hope nothing bad. Alright, let me check. There was like a room I could not go to. That's the room I could never go in.
You're here. Good.
Hey, Kyle. Been a while.
So, how are they?
Still locked in slumber, but otherwise in good physical health. For the present, at least.
For the present? Oh no, is something wrong with them?
How long has it been?
I'm afraid there may be. I summoned you after detecting faint signs of instability in Thancred's corporeal ether. But subsequent examination suggested all 5 might be affected. And when I examined them just now, my fears were confirmed. Tellingly, the degree of instability varies between them. Thancred exhibits the most notable signs, followed by Y'shtola and Urianger. The twins' ether, meanwhile, remains relatively stable, but there is a change there too if one knows to look for it.
Hold on. Isn't that the order they were called away in?
Well, we weren't sure what else.
Indeed. Which leads me to believe the instability will only increase with time. Though I can but speculate, I fear this may be a symptom of a weakening link between body and soul.
By the gods! What happens if the link is broken?
I cannot say for certain. This is all unknown territory to us. Yet whatever happens, it cannot be good. Mercifully, the instability is still only slight. And you may rest assured Master Matoya and I will do everything in our power to keep it from worsening.
That's good.
Be that as it may, it is imperative that you find a way to restore our friends' souls to their bodies.
I got this.
Thank you.
But where's he even supposed to start? We had the greatest minds in the realm hunting high and low for an answer, and they ran out of places to look.
You stated in your report that the Exarch had originally intended to reverse the summoning process by means of his own death, correct? Raha always was a reckless young fool, ready to die for the first righteous cause that came along.
Raha.
His plan might well have worked, but I for one am glad he never had the opportunity to see it through. Even if it does mean our friends must remain stranded a while longer. There is another way, I am sure of it. And the key lies with him, with the Exarch.
Yeah.
Pray return to the First and apprise him and the others of the situation. We, meanwhile, will do what we can from here. And, if the fates are kind, we will have good news to share upon your return.
Kaiser, Wakanya, and the crystal XIV. I think that was something. Lala gang. I hope you're restful. Of course, it wasn't going on. If there is sign, it's believed by the gods. The possibility never even occurred to me. If you have returned in the hope that research is the solution, I fear there's a bit of mercy we have the likes of Mistress Kyle and Master Matoya to keep our friends' bodies safe while we wrestle through the program. But their careful tell us separation bodies come on the other hand. I could get like a mouthful when you read, oh yeah, I forgot your souls are Link's Awakening, and I kinda didn't know that I was doing that.
Pray excuse my late arrival.
Oh, you're excused.
Will Thancred and Reen not be joining us?
Nay, milady. With apologies to all, they beg leave to pursue their investigation of the empty to its conclusion. Should matters here demand their presence, however, they did assure me that they would make themselves available.
Yes, of course. Then let us proceed.
Well, they were the empty. No one I couldn't find them.
I think it best that you begin by providing a summary of Mistress Kryle's findings.
Yeah. About the souling.
I suppose it was only to be expected that some change would occur.
Yet our souls seem unaffected, to my eye at least. How long they will remain so is another question. Kryle is right. It is imperative we find a way to return to the source.
Perhaps an explanation of the method by which I brought you here will yield some inspiration. Ere I begin, it must be noted that I am by no means a gifted mage. In order to employ powerful magics, I must rely upon the Crystal Tower and its boundless reservoirs of energy. The magic that summoned you was no exception. 'Tis a singular spell, adapted through painstaking effort from the technique that transported me to the First. To use an analogy, it works by cutting a hole in the fabric of reality. A hole tailored to the object of summoning, through which it and it alone may pass unscathed.
Okay.
Though I succeeded in creating said hole, I failed to latch onto my intended target. Instead of you, the spell found those close to you, and ended up summoning them in their incomplete state.
So you missed your shots multiple times before hitting me.
I would not soon throw my life away, not after the lengths you and yours went to save it. And so long as I breathe, I will spare no effort to see you safely home.
You need to level up your direct hit.
Should all else fail, and your lives be at stake, there remains one sure method.
Sacrifice.
Ow!
Oh.
What was that for?
How can you even entertain such thoughts? You owe your life to the Warrior of Light, and you don't get to die unless he says so.
Your followers await your divine judgment.
What did you just...
Hey!
If the two of you have finished, perhaps we could return to our discussion? Rather than dwelling upon the multiple failed attempts at transference, I think it would behoove us to focus on the solitary success.
Huh?
I would draw your attention to the fact that our friend can travel between worlds possessed not only of his body and soul, but his personal effects besides. This is no different from the teleportation magics to which we are all accustomed. Magics that allow for the transportation of those inanimate objects one considers to be an extension of oneself.
Are you suggesting that simply by considering us his possessions, he could carry our souls back to the source upon his person?
I actually was thinking that same idea. I'll just grab you.
Well, it would be nice if things were that simple for a change.
What the hell am I looking at?
But vague notions of ownership seem a rather tenuous thing to stake our lives on. So much as a moment of doubt on his part, and we'd be left floating in the rift.
Milady hath the right of it. The requisite fixity of belief would be too much to ask, even of our friend.
I think I can do it.
Yet, were we to immure our souls within an object in his possession, mayhap then our safe passage could be assured. White Auracite would, I believe, serve as a suitable vessel for this purpose. It was conceived to imprison the massy soul of an Ascian, and should house one of ours with relative ease. We would need only to ensure our souls' safe preservation inside the stone, and identify a means by which they might be transferred back unto our vacant bodies.
Soul preservation and transference. I believe I know of someone who may be able to assist us.
Oh?
On the far shore of the source, there stands a great palace built by the elves. It was forsaken in the wake of the flood, but a certain Numo chose to make their home there soon after. Though they have long lived as a recluse, they once occupied a place of honor in Verbert's royal court, and it is said that none in all of Norvrant is more knowledgeable than they on matters of the soul.
Well, I've no objection to seeking a helping hand, but if they've gone to such lengths to hide themselves away from the world, what makes you think they'd be willing to lend us one?
A worthy question. Years ago, I myself tried and failed to solicit their cooperation in the battle against the Sin Eaters. No sooner had I begun to make my plea than they unleashed a swarm of their familiars upon me. Unlike me, however, you have curried favor with the Fae folk. By that merit alone, I am hopeful that they would grant you an audience.
I can do that
They
again.
may still be inclined to turn you away, of course, but if their knowledge might feasibly facilitate your return home, We have to try.
Sounds easy. I knew I was an idiot. I knew I was an idiot. I should have researched before what I was doing before this. But don't worry, if once again the realm gets to command, they place a royal account of Numa which we seek. Must needed a major among majors. Age of surprising skill of life such a conclusion. Now where have I heard that before? One hope that the more receptive to thoughts of visitation. Ah, it's the version of Matoya. Oh. Seems like a welcoming folk in which do we have the driven one life of seclusion. Something's wrong. Something's hitting me too. After self-respect, just die one more time. I'm gonna grant him his wish. Calm down, bestie. We don't want that to happen. The great cosmos is a place we seek a center for. I'll arrange a boat to carry us there. Journalists think it's best I devote my energy to. But I leave it, of course, there will require no small amount of time. Should now amount constant let us there, we will aid in a subtle vessel ere long. This will be both feet and sullen. We will prepare for warm reception. By doing this plan, I shall have my thoughts of the Arsite, probably thinking right about progress. Sure, yeah. Mind you. That is the opposite of the light. As with horizon. Nice. So it's one clear at the place. Let's hope more corner last visit. Ooh, use that shit. That's what it was. When I first set upon my fucking head, it's no different. Why I propose we march through the main gate weapons strong. I'm sorry, but all we have to assist it, or to honestly barge in without looking for a fight to straight on it. Actually, I believe the extra may have a right of it. I have no doubt poured a great deal of time and energy for their creation. Right then, I should be interested. I'm willing to meet those who overcome my defenses. As there is a little we can say or do to convince them and help us if we know nothing about their character, no less why they chose to hide themselves from the world. Is it interesting? Perhaps you can... No, yeah. Okay. Weapon strong, it is, I think. So, as I said, he certainly seems to be enjoying all of this. Well, then I thought of alongside you, all rather than facing outside. That's me, I'm surprised to improve because Kaiser is around us. Fine. 1 minute, I'm definitely doing it. The natural will be pleased to begin. There's plenty of time to fill up this good how after we finish. Listen, there's a... Do whatever you are, how to do it, do it. As long as against I'm feeling not helpful in the root of Scala. Use by no title for us the opportunity to play the city. You have more coach on guys. Knock knock, we're coming in. The Grand Cosmos. The room's getting also hot in here for some reason. Perhaps we have good fortune. We've seen it. Rufus. Nostalgia. It's crazy how long it takes these. Wait, am I not using... There's leaving no choice. Oh dear, you do not. Well, it was your idea to burn a blade at this door. Come on, come on. Okay. I think I get the mechanics. guys, trying to get there. Okay, slowly get in the cannon. I thought we had him. Why'd I? I was scared, but only this one. Now leave me be. I'm quite so fine. Another chance to keep their curiosity. Oh, pretty, yeah. Okay, now. Yeah, I've noticed Okay, these are The bombers. Oh, that's easy. They self-destruct. So it's kind of... Yeah, they probably self-destruct. That's the one thing in the freaking what's it called? The Katana Rabble. Yeah, I called it. God. Oh, treasure chest I missed up here. Your castle's pretty. Yeah, I kind of know that because just physic more off.
Away with you!
What's Phlegma? Is that it? What is Phlegma? Let's go to Century Garden. It's only good when not so many. Like I'm using the wrong button. Oh, it's gonna push it. I have to fill my garden. Let's move on. Let's go pay for this. Oh, he actually didn't attack me this time. That's cool. Not leave me be. I wonder how lonely this must be. Oh, he's Meg. Oh wow. It's annoying that they don't go after tanks immediately. They just go straight from the ass like, you're my cell phone.
I will not hold back. You underestimate me.
At least Brendan from the Word of Life, I think. At least Banker used mitigation. Well, at least Banker. Find these so much. You can jump to the path. We're going up here. Happening with it. I suggest you can. Insatiable flame. Lucas. Oh, this one looks interesting. Oh, we just have to get past him, huh? I don't believe our curiosity put their attention. We best not wait. This must have a lot of stuff on there. Christ!
There'll be nothing left of you but a smoking crater!
God, we did. That was a hard fight. So I beat Innocence and Extreme, and this fight's like brutal. Yay! I missed the Praise the Sun. Good. Another one. I still haven't no idea what that fight was, but I guess Estrella was dead. But
that was my fiercest familiar. Oh, impressive.
Alright, go ahead.
Look, it is good to see you again after all these years. And judging by your vigorous greeting, I dare say the feeling is mutual. To be sure, a simple shake of the hand would have sufficed by way of welcome, but I shan't complain. But you must be wondering as to the purpose of our visit. We come to beg your assistance in a most urgent matter.
Shake? Beg?
Our comrades' very souls are in danger. If we are to save them, we will need the benefit of your unsurpassed knowledge on the matter. Please, will you not sit and hear our plea?
Oh, how dare you! How dare you speak thus in my presence?
His voice.
It was to escape such words of temptation that I hid myself from the world of men. You are sinners, one and all, and I swore never again to have any part in your affairs.
I can only imagine what terrible events forced you into a life of seclusion. But I know that the Numo are a good and noble folk. It is not in your nature to turn a blind eye to the plight of those around you. And in treating with us, I am certain whatever mistrust you feel for man will begin to heal.
If you will not be satisfied, I suppose I could listen. After all, there's no harm in just... No, I mustn't. Not again. That damned court mage seemed to have the best of intentions too, and countless innocents died for my naivety. Oh, you know not what you ask of me. What horrors my knowledge has wrought.
Use the echo on her.
You know of the plague?
Yeah, I remember it was mentioned.
Then you know how dangerous soulcraft can be. Instead of saving your friends, you risk damning them. Are you sure you're willing to take that chance?
I remember this was mentioned before.
No. No. Oh, very well. I will hear your petition, but that is all. And I expect fitting payment for my troubles.
Yeah, we know about the Nummos trade thing.
Commensurate with your contribution to our cause. No more and no less, I promise you. With that settled, might I impose upon you to join us at the Crystarium? I'm afraid the nature of my friend's predicament calls for absolute secrecy.
Is there anyone here? Who else is left? I mean... Secrecy, like from what? Where's the other spawn in? Those have gone ahead. Director, I wish we really haven't resorted to such words repeating them. I have ever sought to convince myself, yet around me, the desire that everyone shares knowledge of Nummos with us. I did not expect people wouldn't care. I'm sorry, if I guess. You can intervene. Yeah, travels in the first office. And he was like, oh yeah, I kind of forgot. I probably have to do something later, but I still have some stream time. Hey, what's up?
I'm sorry. You mean to tell me not only that the return of night was your doing, but that you hail from another world as well?
Yeah. Pretty long story.
Everything we told you, of the source, the shards, the 7 umbral calamities, all of it is true. I realize how fantastical it sounds, and I would not blame you for doubting our testimony. but given your expertise, you must surely have noted the peculiar nature of their souls.
Any other time and I would have dismissed your stories as balderdash and flummery. But upon closer inspection, 'tis plain their souls are far denser than is normal, and that they do not possess true bodies. Save you. Your body is your own, and your soul is the densest of them all.
As I said before, were it not for their heroism, the skies over Norvrant would still be awash with light, the realm yet at the mercy of Vorthri and the Sin Eaters. After all they have done for our home, seeing them safely back to their own, it seems the very least we can do.
Your tale is intriguing. Yes, very intriguing indeed. Simply to hear it is fitting payment in itself.
Oh, cool.
As for your friends, I can but agree. Their valorous deeds on behalf of Norvrant are deserving of recognition, of their own fitting payment.
You will help us then?
I will. I would see my knowledge put to good use for a change. I do have one condition, however. I am not the spry young Numo I once was. As such, I will require assistance in my fieldwork and testing.
It would be our pleasure. We'll be laboring for our own benefit after all.
Sounds good. People it is of mine to seek you your fellow silence this effort. As a fine eye, though we have let it begin, I rather think exile what call it is. Happen to notice the magical brooms strewn at the Grand Uncanny. Yep, I know I'm much. Sometimes forgot we're not truly here in the first. It was good to be whole again. You've spun quite a tale, but tell me, have you given any thoughts to how you might return to your world? A soul capturing. Okay. One which fails to account for the present state of your souls. It will be highly charged, likely as such there's no telling what will happen with your souls with all sight. It could be very well becoming a malleable transfers really restored to their body. And it would be possible to force our souls in a state of dormancy prior to transfer? In theory, yes, but the souls will not it cannot be snuffed out or relic on a whim. So it sounds ominous. What exactly would rendering our souls dormant entail? In order to maintain a corporal form, your souls constantly draw aether from your surroundings. This process must be halted, and the resulting surfeit of aether, your mind would ultimately be separated from the false bodies of yours when you are incapable of interacting with the world around you. A cruel fate and announcement, but one which will be rectified upon your returning home. Living a life like dusk, like those poor souls at the end of the journey ahead, corrupted by sin eaters, this aether made stagnant by the light. Corrupted. Magnet. Might I see these unfortunate individuals? Why do you think you might be able to help them? I might, or I might not. But I shan't know for sure until I've seen them. Then I will be glad to take you to them, under the understanding that you won't do anything which might increase their suffering. With my faith in man, I lost, not my compassion. I see not before all of us accompany while you escort our guests to the inn. I will assist Uriange in creating the requisite oversight. I believe my talents would be best applied in the endeavor as well. May I leave the three of you to assist? Sounds good. Let us make way for armament. It pains me that the others have suffered despite our victory. We hope to find a way to and there's no capable of creating arts on his own, but if aught should go awry, I will be on hand to assist him. Work life. It told me that I wished Alrek. There are times I swear there's something I want to tell you. Well, this is Harry, isn't it? Yes. As their balance leans purposely towards the light, towards stasis. What do you suppose will happen to him? Not too bright, are you, boy? The same as all poor souls corrupted by the light. You'll become a sin-eater. You don't know that. We defeated the ward and banished the light from the night sky. Alrek was completely unresponsive before, but now... Perhaps there is yet hope. If I may, there's a treatment I wish to administer to the patient. A sort of treatment. In the course of all my studies of the soul, I have once created a tonic which could temporarily stimulate the ether in one's body. After some refinement, it can't be used by the Knights of Volbert. Then, for far darker purpose. Lest it fall into the wrong hands, I swore never to again make it. But for the sake, I will break that oath. It's not like it will reverse the stagnation, mind you. It should offer some measure of relief. Penny. Legs don't feel so heavy. Thank you. With this warmth I feel in my chest. Your tongue has no effect. patients. Notable rise in body temperature, increased motor function, in most patients at least. Most severely affected show no responses. As I feared then, it is true that the restoration of life of the corrupted influence of life will no longer grow, yet their bodies will naturally return to equilibrium given time. A whole true on the corporeal ether. The corporeal ether that the soul has is not so easily mended, which, while I say the later stage of corruption, appears unaffected by your tonic. Precisely. The boy's soul is too far gone, his mind held together by the finest of threads. There's a chance he may one day recover, of course, but it could take years, decades even. But he could wake to find himself an old man. A fine reward for his persistence, the opportunity to mourn the life he never had a chance to live. Well, there must be a way we can do. That's not the way we petition your aid. But do you think it's possible to find a way to hasten the recovery? Maybe. Nor do I think it's possible that treating you, we might learn something of relevance to your own protection. I confess that I've never had just think when I said that there will be help to Halrek and others. I suspect the crystal art told you in the past that I was once a mage of the Royal Club of War, but the soul craft was my field of my study. I suspect the crystal air has told you of my past. Oh yeah, I remember that part. Tonic you administered to the patient, he was one fruit of my labor. I hoped to great things for the patient. But in the end, my knowledge brought only suffering, the plague like which none ever seen. In the hands of an unscrumptious man, what would have been the greatest triumph instead of my greatest shame? I did it. I started to think what had happened if I did not. But let us return to task at hand, finding a mean by which we might stir peoples incorporate. Think it can be done? Remember late. Call it an exercise for fertility, but now we may have a chance. There's a method in mind that will. I'd rather get on with doing with it. Where the regnants must be Peter's spell invoked, I'll do it. The first task it will be gather the necessary materials. Water, finest of clay, and fate let me bring me with mix. We're convinced the results familiar could help the patient find. Often, the water and clay will be simple enough. I think you know what we'll have to do with to get the lantern. You don't mean... The Pixie took quite a liking to us before. If we humor them with our company, I'll be sure they'll be helping us. Fine. Pay a visit to Ilmeg, though I never thought you would be the one to suggest going back there. I'm impressed you've seen there at all, let alone befriend the faithful. While you're out about it, seek out the gnome. They will be supply you with water. Right. This will remain a matter of clay. Might I prevail on if I... known if anyone might be able to assist us. Well, I'm sure of it. We'll find the twins occupied. I see that I can learn to transformation which affects me. Think about the Talos. Can you imagine what happened to him? Those ones. I wish the trolley was running now again. Now, once more bloody things. I refuse to shut up about it. Yo, Magnus, what's up? You've come a good time. We've just this moment to finish repairing Talos and trolley. You're not good. Leftovers building materials from there. I'm pretty keen on the ideas I had putting on like a giant trolley. A man still refuses to see all the good. You're entitled to your dreams, jerk. I call him jerk because it's funny, but it doesn't mean you can go on harassing other guests with them. Master Chai was just being polite. And sometimes, Kaiser, you come all this way to talk about trolleys. I need some clay for... I see, that's... Familiar requires clay from Almery. We go further, if we gotta find some quality clay, it's us. Saying that, it isn't exactly a commodity nowadays. There must be some lurking somewhere, or otherwise waiting to be dug up. I'm mistaken, there's a time when they used to take clay from Mount Bright mines to make a boat brick, placing the swarming with coyotes. Now if you're about good stuff, you can do worse than look there. Here's the rest. Here on the ground, the coyotes would come and bite me. I shall say the trolley tells is a good idea. You were constantly confusing me with Ali say. And yes, I assume, I mean, it's not like we look that much like, well, don't look that much. It had better be the only thing we need from Pixie. If I do one more prank, help me. Sorry, bestie. Return in one piece. I'm curious that the pixie will turn at least one of them into a garden ornament. No. Come by. You can play lantern. After that, I simply have a matter of selling a suitable form for station. I have a question. In the event that we need a spell and you weren't around, would it be possible to form another to perform an incantation? Assuming they possess the requisite, yes. Alrek and others have suffered so much. I swear to do everything in my power to save them. If there is a chance that this spell can do that, I will be the one to invoke it. Perhaps you should be the one to do. A deep understanding of the subject material combined with a strong desire to help them just increase the magic. And you are painfully more familiar with these people than I am. There are few in all Norwood that more dedicated to finding a cure. This. You are my all. For Halrek, for Stilling. Then we are mind matter. Alice shall be the one to conjure the chameleon. Alright, Alice, I believe in you. You're the. Of course, I had a glaze, Alice. She's been through so much.
Let us begin. I trust you've prepared the clay?
There's a big clay.
Very good. Now, I would have you sculpt for me a porksy. Plump, with floppy ears and a short curly tail.
Alright, let's see
A porksy. I think I know what you mean.
Lion pig.
There we are. How's that?
Well, it is certainly creative. There's no denying that.
Oh, she's gonna kill you.
Yes, I'm no artist. Very funny.
Pay him no mind, child. Though it may look like a grotesque parody of reality, it is what the invoker believes that matters.
You're not helping.
But I speak the truth. If successful, this incantation will turn imagination into reality. Which is why the only thing of import is what you believe this figure embodies. You must focus. Hold the Porksy's image steady in your mind's eye. Now then, as I taught you, relax and allow your energies to flow.
I think I might put that as a thumbnail. I was gonna put the gun, but nah.
With flesh of clay I bid thee rise, on wings of dreams to touch the skies. What once was idle fantasy, I call forth to reality.
Not bad for a first attempt.
Looks pretty good.
Now, let us see what can be done for young Halric.
From what I know, proxies eat dreams, so I'm kinda wondering what this would do.
Through the operation of the magics you invoked to animate this familiar, it is now replete with the energies required to stir the boy's soul. You need but give it a name, and it will do as your heart desires.
A name. All right, I've decided. Now.
Alright, what's the name?
Go, Angelo!
Angelo?
Mother,
Oh. Good resolve. One might almost think she drew string from another. 12. I thought it was only a moment he thought there may be hope for these people. How is he? Did it work? I believe it did. You and your floating family have done well. And if my eyes do not deceive, a hint of color has returned to his soul. But I would jump for joy if I weren't so exhausted. We're so close now, Halric. As if now in the process of discovering this magic as much of invoker, and you may not realize it, the same as a true subject. As such, we proceed with caution. However, with further treatment, I have the almost confidence the boy will make a full recovery. Observing the reanimation of stagnant souls has been most enlightening. I need to put the theories to the proof. I believe I can fashion a spell that can produce the opposite effect, that is to induce stagnation, thus enabling a safe transport back to the source via offspring. A thought occurred to me about this treatment. Who said when the soul is rendered dormant, the mind is separated from the body, that a person becomes incapable of interacting with the world around them. Does that not sound like some sort of tempered back in the source? Or really, if the fate is most tempered, become slaves, I must save in the handle for Carol, or am I missing something? If this technique, if I can see the art of raising his soul, I know of at least one in the source who could most definitely use such a treatment. Who? Exactly. His condition. If I knew it was Gabu, similar to Halric anyway. And the only difference is his soul was suffered from the earth aspect ether instead of the lighter. If falls of the soul subject a similar consternation, there may be a way we can save him, right? Forgive me, but who's this Gabu, the one who speaks? His condition does sound, yet there is much more about the soul that remains unknown even to me. I say this not to discourage you, you understand, but to remind you that this is delicate work we do here. Work requires patience. Of course, as long as there is hope for the patient, I will invoke whatever time is needed to see this through. I'll refuse to spend the time in idleness if all the time is saved to you. I like to stay here with Angelo and continue with their treatment. If you can make some headway with the newly posted theories. Ah, finally I found you. Hey, it's you. Hey, my friend. Kaiser, what are you doing? Trouble back in Yumor. Lady Chai beside herself, sighing and pacing the whole world. Nearly enough begged me to go and find you. Sighing and pacing, you may. I must be urgent. I take it you return to Christian alone. Go on then. It's not as if I have anything for you to do here. Thank you. This is the future of Ilmore's at stake. It could be urgent that Lady Chai has to summon us. Ilmore's sake is well do what we can do, but keep an eye on Alpha now, would you? See to that he doesn't involve himself in more than necessary. Got it, Alize. Try this up. Best not to keep her waiting, eh? Gotta be kidding me.
Heavens, you're here!
Lady Chai, whatever is the matter?
I knew not where else to turn. Oh, this is all too much for my poor heart to bear alone.
What's happened?
Alone? What of Master Chai?
That is the very reason I summoned you. He's gone.
What? What happened?
It all began after the events at Mount Gulg. With Lord Vorthry out of the way, we all agreed that a new leader must be chosen.
And so you held an election?
Yes, well, sort of. Not a single person volunteered to stand, you see. After a lifetime of leisure, we free citizens have grown somewhat indolent. Readapting to the harsh realities of life is trying enough, but to take charge of a broken city as well, no one wanted such responsibility. Nevertheless, Yulmore could not well do without a leader, and so we decided that anyone and everyone should be considered a candidate. And after we cast our ballots and tallied the votes, the mayorship fell upon my dear husband.
Well, given the manner in which he orchestrated the construction of the giant Talos, none could deny his leadership qualities.
Yeah.
But even before then, he had proven himself at Daedalus Stoneworks, don't forget. He's more than qualified for the role. The perfect choice. Indeed. I told him as much when his victory was first announced. But perhaps I was too forceful in my attempt to encourage him. For shortly after that, he vanished without a word.
You believe he was so daunted by the burden of leadership that he felt compelled to flee? Please, Lady Chai, dry your eyes. Your husband does not strike me as the sort of man who would abandon his duty, much less his beloved wife. There has to be some other reason for his absence.
Yeah. Maybe he's hiding somewhere.
You truly think so? What about you? What do you think has become of my husband?
I'm gonna have to rewatch this.
There you have it, Lady Chai. You needn't worry. Master Chai loves you more than all the world, and he will return.
I'll probably have to replay that just to see what happened.
Wherever he may have gone, rest assured we will find him.
Thank you, my dear boy. You have set my mind at ease. I will trust in my husband and await his return.
There's nothing about be, but somehow I can't picture it going anywhere else. The Childs are part of it now. They've been good to me. I only wish there was something more I can do to help them. Makes sense since a child left this world, but even if he had would have not so observed, someone here will have to see, I'm sure of it. We should split up and acquire as much leave. If we have any where we might have gone, I'll meet you here. Oh man, I feel able to speak with poor buggers, right? They wanted to come things a derelict, and you'd be sure to give them an earful, like a fruitman's close. There's plenty to tell. We hunt down low whatever we can scavenge, is better enough. So the folks here don't just one side, they want to thrive. When we heard it, Dad, he started mumbling to himself something about finding us to work. Fair play up to him, though not content with having his ear chewed about the derelict. He asked about other settlements, and I can't really tell. Look, he was here again the last I saw him. Poor living. Is something amiss? All I saw him, he was simply collapsed from exhaustion. He rested and catch up the city's defense among her wings. He made a few out of point. Many of the men are still recovering from the confrontation about it. Finding General Ranjit in the heap in the middle of Plaza, the man commanded no small amount of loyalty and such a long-serving, indeed a number of left. Not that I'll blame you, of course. Without you and yours, we would still be blind to it. Funding permitting, I propose to replenish our ranks. You have to duty to protect anyone you are more surrounded with. I, for one, without welcome men and women to take up the arms for that cause. Indeed, I do as much as if it's believed to hear that is. Note that we parted ways. He head outside as I recall. Recently, I recall him in a move concerned with illness. Roger apparently expected no great or money. I still in their business off. I'm sure the master child with the boutique splendors will be to contribute to the revival of trade. But seemingly satisfied, he took it. But it sounds like Alpha might have. Great, you have learned. Often clues to my whereabouts. Interesting. He appears to pay a visit to Green Bee as well and discuss the possibility of granting mission customer and the wish of proprietor receptive. Sounds like he has a big plan for the place, but I mean, not the bee. Perhaps the question remains, where did he go after leaving the city? Not everyone in Newmore is getting something to complain about. We want to be in Master Chai's shoes. All we know is for certain Master Chai has shown great concern. It seems logical that they may have consulted within the city walls. He would wish to do something. Kaiser, if you would go and make inquiries, right, I shall do likewise. I'll leave you to take. Fair enough. Where should we meet? Top rung would seem to be his most likely destination. Let us convert in there. With any luck, one of us must stumble upon. I hope that things will change enough. But this place seems like a little different. Much man. The man doesn't ring a bell. Right, says, we must also great amount a chance to ravish among. Vatri thought it would take more than from us. Consider if you able to buy man we left us. Able to live our paradise. I need to tell you what happened when the Cedars came. Just seems hard to me. I was curious to see what would become of Yulmore in his absence. That's what I told a friend, China, was it? I'm sure that others said that the same. Not what I wanted to hear, but I suppose because he left soon after. We do anything to give him offense, but you can't blame us for being wary, not after all that's happened. If Yulmore one day shows signs of real change, perhaps we will lend help from the ear. They didn't tell him, but Hunter polished and it looks so miserable. They paid a visit about writing daytimes, well he did. He seems determined to salvage what goodwill might have among the sellers. The only place he has left to go is Amity. Come, we may have catch up to him now. What are you doing here? You might ask the same, right? We've been looking all over you. And for me, whatever for. It has been nigh inconceivable in your absence. It seems you disappeared without much as a word and bade us to return to your side. What in the blaze are you talking about? I left a letter for her in our chambers. Though I suppose she could have overlooked it. Well, then if she gave an idea in her head, I can only apologize. No harm done, right? But since we are here, may I ask, what compelled you to come all this way? You were told that you have been elected mayor, and for what we have gathered from the nearby village, you've been inquiring about the people's grievances. Does it seem as soon as you mean to take office? Now, let's not jump to conclusion. I did seek to learn about the problems that face about the people's illusion, that might be true, but I'm by no means sure I'm the man to solve them. Tackling our many challenges will require resources, and until I secure them, I would not be right to assume the role as mayor. Yeah, and you said resources can be found here? Indeed, but the people's grievances are many. But in the course of my inquiries, I have already met with several individuals willing to lend their aid in addressing them. However, there remains one individual crucible, a man whose counsel might yet make a mayor of me. Respect in itself proof of your stability. The city needs you, Master Chai. I am certain this man of whom you speak, where may be, will reach the same conclusion. From what little is worth, we will vouch for you. I do not know what to say. You don't need to say anything. You got your action to speak for you. For as long as I remember, everyone wanted to make it Yulmore, but gone now, broke like a boil. Anyway, outside of repaying Master Alphino, I have yet to get a clue what to do with myself. The most of days in a daze. You've been running up and down trying to fix the mess of everyone. I reckon you can do it. You got this a lot of how close, didn't you? How hard could marrying be? You're going to steal Yulmore in the better future, I know it. I want to help, properly help. Do something that makes a difference. I don't know what it is yet, but I'll work it out way. If you let me come with you. You give me entirely too much credit, a lot of you, but I can't deny it gives me heart. Come then, let us press on together. But we must get her ourselves. Everyone needs more than a man with good suggestions. That's why I'm here. To find one experience needed to serve. What that man exactly? And are you certain he is an enemy? Redden is his name, and yes, he is. Or was. I scarcely begun to explain myself that when he decided his time was spent. He served as chief advisor of Valtry's father when he was in office. If Ranji was the mayor's right hand, one might say Rendon was the left. But between them, they kept Yulmore on the road to prosperity. The city needs more of a mere man of business, which is why I must find him. Even if you do, what makes you think he will listen? Before giving chance, we might as well speak with those who know him, your Amity. There may be shed some light on the reason. suppose it makes sense. Perhaps we should start with Crystal. As I recall, he made a favorable impression on him. I'm certain he'll be willing to talk to us. Doing anything to from Amity while standing on his 2 feet. Look at I. According to message, the warden fell into a position of influencing in the Yomo leadership, which begs the question, why do you choose to leave? Geez, I wonder why. I realize he suggested that he would say he will more be receptive to red. Why should any of them give me a time of day? There's no way of thinking. Friends, and to you, Master Chai, I presume you're here to ask Rendon? After Rendon, I could help overhear your earlier exchange. Yes, well, with Vatri gone, you're more once for a leader, but no one rises to challenge the city railroad collapse. I'm here seeking Rendon counsel in the hopes that we could build a better Yomo together. That is, still and given you're treated there, I was quite understanding. Where am I? I bear no grudge against you or the people of Yomor. I would not see you suffer. As you no doubt gathered with the meeting earlier, Rendon can be rather uncompromising. He has his principle, you see, and a little patience for anyone who is coming to their own. Your desire to right the wrongs of the past Yomor is quite admirable. I fear guilt you bear in the city of half works against you. I can see in the eyes, in the way you carry yourself. It goes without saying he sees that as well. You must let those feelings go, Master. Be more assertive, commit to the course, and prove to him Yomor has resolved to change. He resolved to change. I believe he is heading towards the pit aid when he left. You go there, I suggest you be firm and clear. The pit aid shall go. I will not take no for an answer, not even a maybe. I do believe Master Chai means what he says. Until he starts believing, I fear it won't amount to awful long. Oh, he's a big dude.
Well, it's you again. Well, I see you've invited your friends. Need them to fight your battles for you, do you?
No, I didn't invite them, as it happens, though they are indeed my friends. Well, not only mine, but every true Yulmoran's. They are the ones who awakened us to the truth, to Lord Vorthry's villainy, the famous warriors of darkness.
Are they now?
Yes, they are. It would be no exaggeration to call them our saviors. We owe much and more to their kindness, but we cannot depend on that kindness forever. To do so would be a little different from entrusting our affairs to Lord Vorthry. Nay, we must learn to stand on our own 2 feet. And I would have them present to witness my attempt.
Hear, hear, Master Chai.
Your sentiments are admirable, yet admirable sentiments do not a nation make. In my capacity as advisor, I once strove to build a better Yulmor, gave honest counsel to my superiors, drafted laws for the benefit of one and all. But in time, my values fell out of favor. There was no need for them in this paradise Vorthry was creating. And so I left my homeland behind.
Yeah, it was kind of obvious why he left.
But you, Chai News, you were content to wallow in indolence under Vorthry's auspices. And so I cannot help but ask myself what manner of nation you intend to build.
I can offer no simple answer to that question. But this much I will say. It is my hope that Yulmore can become a nation which her citizens might freely choose to build together. A great many people, myself included, flocked to Yulmore seeking sanctuary. The alternative being to live in fear and die in pain. It seemed an easy choice, and sanctuary we found. As much food and drink as we could ever want, secured at the cost of the surrounding villages. Little wonder the people gathered at our doorstep, begging to work among the bonded. The free were blind to it all, of course, content to, as you say, wallow in indolence, in ignorance. Were I mayor, I would first take stock of the city's resources and see that they were assigned equitably. Our days of reckless consumption are behind us. The distinction between free and bonded died with Vorthri. The needs of rich and poor alike must be considered if our nation is to survive. To which end I would take steps to secure channels for supplies, rekindle relations with nearby settlements, who re-establish industry, reach out to neighboring nations, and the list goes on and on. But I am no ruler, nor even a politician. I am an entrepreneur. My expertise lie in planning and profit. I haven't the knowledge or experience to run a nation. Please, Rendon, will you not help me? Together, we could solve the city's problems. Build a Yulmore for the people.
A Yulmore for the people. I'd rather like the sound of that.
Take note, Alphinus.
But before I offer you my counsel, I would be certain of your ability to perform the duties of office.
You would?
You ask me to help you solve Yulmore's problems. But first, I would see you solve one on your own. Accomplish that, and you will prove both to me and the people that you are a man worth following.
He's an underrated character. I'm a warden. People cannot be bought together string ideas alone. There's no painful experience of Rendon who was right to demand proof. Imagine a Yulmore that even blokes like me could help build. It remains to be seen if his words will translate into deeds, but I shall endeavor. Alright. Alright, right. Is there a particular issue you would have me resolve? You seem to have conducted an assessment of the problems that Yulmore now faces. I assume you agree. Therefore, there is a matter of dwindling food store. Let's process it. Ah, yes, Mill. Need to neither desirable and no less substitutable options. I assume alternative foodstuff is now required to fill the void. And a man who amongst us not to contribute to much of society, save violence perhaps. So tell me, how do you propose to solve this problem? Give me a satisfactory answer, and I will consider offering you my counsel. Alright, man. What you got? A combination of measures would seem to be in order. One to address the immediate issue of supply, another that of production. Go on. For the present, your more coffers can be used to purchase food from our neighbors. but this afforded us time to address the underlying offer neighbors. It was time to address the underlying problem affected long-standing neglect of agriculture. The villages that once served as source of trade of foodstuffs must be repopulated, their means of production restored. This assumes, of course, that we can rekindle relations with our neighbors, guarantee security and stability in the region, and most importantly, find people willing to leave the city and take up the think of all that by yourself, did you? Well, yes, it's rather an abstract plan, and I drafted some time ago, after speaking with the peoples of Yomor and the nearby settlements. You've impressed me, Chowna. Oh, have I? Well, that is a relief. You haven't secured my support just yet, only my attention. Ground plans will not be enough to persuade me, masses. If you were asked to rebuild, you must provide them a means to do so. Fair point, Renan. One which I have given much thought, and I propose the use of Talos to aid in the establishment and maintaining of these settlements. Their employment should drastically improve efficiency, and ultimately increasing production. Talos? But the stonework closed these doors years ago. Without ready to supply and necessary equipment, the people would starve before your plans. Well, as the heir of Dallas Stoneworks, it just so happens that Talos are my field of expertise. And with the help, I am certain we can acquire what we need. I forgot I own that. You have a hand in construction at North, did you not? With the Morans volunteer arriving, I hid myself away lest I be recognized, thus depriving myself of what I am reliably informed was once bugger. Brendan Giga doesn't seem to be so bad. What was Master Chai worried about? You gotta give himself a bit more credit. We haven't won just yet. Do you see it? There's a fire, Master Chai. There is not when we first. The fire we have best rekindle if you wish to see him. Quite right. Building a Talos scratch would require time we don't have, which is why I propose to make use of the long and bended Talos which wandered into the fields of collusion. They will need to be deactivated, of course, and if memory serves me, the tools required to do so. The still on top, be on top of my. Come with me. Where my phone go again? Can I just dig a hole, lower it in? I can just beat one. So he's an authority of Talos, isn't he? Of course, that could be one. One thing to remember is arrange it. But putting out the catchment straight. Does this sound? Hasn't let me down. That's hateful. We need only to get within the door distance of one and then fly, thus disturbing them without damaging them. Ingenious. The old trick of the trader. It should be simple enough matter. More extensive repairs. Wait. Ordinary, this is where we ask you to run along and do the deed. But as I said before, it's hard that we learn to stand on our own feet. Thankfully, throwing canister is something even I should be able to. Even if the talos are, there's 101 things out there that make a meal of you. The Renton tasked me to solve this problem. I'm not the ally where we risk, which is mere thought of it doesn't fill me with dread. If I'm proven, I'm a man worth following. Well sent message. I say I have no intention of dying. I'm always prefer living in the sort of fruit of labor, and to make sure I do, I'll require your help. It said Kaiser says that these land of danger zone. I will ask you to use my spy guys to look out for beasts that could get in the way of my work. I will also need you to alert me when you do the task, understood? Quick. So north gate, see if we'll find a suitable vantage point. Here we arrive at Pinocchio's. Now this is, I'm not sure what's got into it, but whatever it is, I like it. Alright, not to worry, just a simple matter of sneaking up on a talos beast and behind every rock. When you need it, let's... If it's not ordered, this must be more than him than he's letting on. Right. Let's move on to another tower, shall we? Oh boy. How long does he turn? I do believe I'm getting the hang of this. Immediately. Do it. Now we have all that we need to proceed. Yeah, he did it. Our friend returned with a nary scratch. Well done. Oh, my heart can stop moving there. Oh, see my misjudgment. There may yet be hope for you more. That was impressive. I was full of them by the time I worked. I did it. Master Chai, I believe I owe you an apology. Your plan to replenish Yomo's food showed forethought and sound and judgment. What's more, it's plain your time and Didia's Soundfork has equipped you with the lead as evidence as the extraordinary company you keep. You, sir, are more than qualified to be the next mayor of Yomor. I thank you for your confidence, but the fact remains, I am wholly ignorant of the world of politics, which is why I would ask you to join me. Grant Yomor the benefits of your counsel. I would be honored. When the people behind these talos, I have no doubt they will lend you their support. I will ship at the last in the capable hands. Would you not agree? Yep. We should probably get back soon, Master. After you team with the talos and all that, Lei Chai was worried sick. The best part is I don't have to do much. Oh yes, good news.
Right then. Form a line and make for Yomor.
What's that noise? Wicked White! Runaway Talos! Call the guard!
One guard. There you go.
Stay back! All of you!
Is that... Darling, you're back.
But of course I'm back. You didn't see. Dearest, I can't.
I'm gonna die.
Oh! Oh dear.
Yeah, she actually killed him.
Oh, thank you.
I'm sorry, my darling. It's just the sight of you filled me with such joy, I couldn't help myself.
Oh, no, it's all right, dear. I should have just come out and said what it was I was intending, instead of entrusting the task to a hastily scribbled letter.
Does that mean you'll do it?
Well, I'm here, aren't I? I mean, not that my absence signified any unwillingness, you understand?
Yep.
Oh, naught could be further from the truth. I only left to enlist the aid of the former mayor's senior advisor. And now that I have it, I believe I am ready to take office.
Oh, how wonderful!
Yeah. Not again!
Do it, please!
I'm fine, I just need a moment. Thank you for fine. I confess I wasn't expecting you to return with such grand. My dear sweet man. He is gonna... I just know it. I dare say the future Yomor has never looked brighter. That was much help, but seeing Master's child go all to tell us is inspiring. Reception, one Master Child still their feet. Well, seriously, the arrival of the Talus has seized public attention. Word has spread around Yomor. It will be much simpler to gather all in one aftermath can be all addressed. We must begin preparation for the inaugural address. Breathe, of course. No need to, but Kaiser, I have never felt better off. To not overwhelmed by the prospect of address to the assembled masses of Yomor. Addressing the assembled. As to where to do it, it will accompany everyone in a feasible wish to attend. I suppose all our prisoners will be emerged again. Then I will go spread the word among the citizens, both free and bonded, that they are assembled nearby to meet the new mayor. You there, Kaiser, was it? Would you go and inform the residents of the gate town and the derelict? Of course I will. Good lad. I will let the guards know that the bar the way to Valtry's chamber. If it goes without saying that I would expect Warrior of Darkness to attend, assuming he's available. Might as well see through with bitter NA. Dormer of the will show up. I'll make sure that everyone's there in Master Child basically, so get yourself down to Emergent. Jesus Christ. This one's like the world. I expect the emergency is filling up. But for you, Gaston, we reserve the place in the front. Alright, finally we get to go back up here. Alright, man, good luck.
Go on, dear.
Thank you all for gathering here today. But before going any further, could I ask the free citizens of Yulmore to look around? Tis a sight none of us would ever have seen under Lord Forthry's rule. Not only do we stand in the familiar presence of those we once called the Bonded, but today we welcome the peoples of the Derelicts and Gate Town too. Today we welcome the Warriors of Darkness, come to bear witness to Yulmore's new beginning.
Alright, yup, you're here.
As you know, an election was recently held, at the end of which I had the honor of being chosen to succeed Lord Forthry. You place great faith in me, and I promise to do my utmost to live up to your expectations, and I will seek always to carry out the duties of this office with integrity and fairness. Always, I say, but not forever. Let it be known that I do not intend to hold this post indefinitely. I consider myself but an acting mayor, who will serve only for the interim, while Yulmore is reshaped according to a new set of values. No longer can we think of ourselves as divided, as the free and the bonded, citizens and non-citizens. The systems put in place by Lord Forthry must be undone. But even as we tear down the old, we must give thought to the new, to what manner of nation Yulmore should become. Whatever the answer may be, it cannot be decided by one man alone. And so I propose that an open forum be held, that we might all discuss how best to strive towards a better future.
A proper forum.
However, there can be no talk of the morrow unless we first address the issues of today. Securing new sources of food, rebuilding relations with our neighbors, re-establishing industry. There is much and more that needs to be done. Too much for a mere man of business. And so I pledge instead to do everything in my power to ensure our city's security and stability while we all work together to see these problems solved. The road before us will not be easy, and I know full well how daunting the prospect of honest labor may seem to some of you. But we must accept the reality of our circumstances. We must move forward. This much we owe to ourselves and to the brave heroes who risked their lives to bring back the night. Once we have shored up our city's foundations and regained some semblance of normality, let us reconvene to speak of the future. Until then, I humbly ask that you lend me and each other your strength for Yulmore!
That's fine. Speak to Chatham. Everyone come together. It was beautiful, that was. Now work it to be earnest. It was much look forward to seeing you more for the people. To see final pleasures. They call this place people when was ending. I hope it will become a city of new endeavors. Wasn't he simply wonderful? Seeing how he took charge of the room as he did reminds me of why I feel. Was a fine street match. I believe your words stirred every soul in the attendance. Stirred them into action. I hope I have learned anything from all this. It is that change begins with the individual. It's but a matter of finding the strength to take the first step. Assuming my fellow Moorans can, it shall be an honor and privilege to help them walk this road we have chosen. We must not forget the individual who made all this change possible. Were it not my power, I would carve a tribute to your heroism into the very stone upon where this. I hate to change the subject, but now that you have an official taken office, have you given any thought to your mayoral seat? We will not be moving into the Armageddon. There is it's too big for one thing, and too far from the people for another. We will retain our current residence, and I will govern it in the parlor. I was hoping you'd say that. I much prefer the view from the parlor. Beg your pardon, Master Chief? Have you have time for a word? Yes, of course, Hayden. That's me. I like your speech, but that folks outside these walls don't have enough food to last till tomorrow. More your cunning crumbs. But I want to help set things in motion. Then we have much to discuss. No sooner do I take the office than my work begins the earnest. Well, I suppose I brought it upon myself. Thank you for the help again, Kaiser. I hope to see you again before long. I don't know what to say, but I do know I got plenty to think about. I sense we all have great deals. I resolved many here until such time future was secured, but it's clear to me now that the city is in capable hands. Every confidence there is find a way, and I believe it is time we went ours. Ship on the helm is our I feel befuddled too much. I have no leaving too. It seems like everyone's on the move, everything's changing. I've been thinking about what I should be doing. Like you, I spent most of my life dreaming about living near my friends in paradise. The paradise is gone, and something better has taken its place, and I reckon I want to be a part of it. This is more for the people. Master Chai has been after all, not much for a builder. Me and my friends will find a way to make a difference. Help keep things a fair notable dream than one of which you clung before, and one I am happy to choose. I will pray for success. Well, you put it like that, there's nothing to go back right there. We've got a few ideas on how we can do our bit. Just a matter of taking the first step. You got a moment? I've been wanting to work with you. Is it true that you're an expert armorer? Well, now I feel a bit of a part of my sense of pain. I've been finding ways to contribute to the future and to just come with ideas. And I'm thinking an aspect I could do with professional as for a couple of old mates, let's see there. Moment. One of many things. Is there anything you can do? Often as you're been dealing with boutiques of splendor and all, now it's just anything to do. I was hoping to get something a bit of a project of mine. Since I decided to stay here no more, I've been trying to find ways for people to contribute to the future city. I've never traded nothing, but I was struggling to. After a lot of thinking, I put myself a decent plan. If you go with me, a professional opinion, I might help. If you're up for a couple of old mates, meet us outside the beehive. I'll see. First things first, let me introduce you to after we serve drinks. And as it was me, I have fancy shake reactions to match. And this here is a Butsia. Also worked in the beehive, though my talents tend to more be winding and grinding. Grinding L. Whatever off our patient desire. Anyway, we grew up together in the Gatehouse Process family. All three of us are hoping that we have stuck together to survive. We shared everything we had, right down to well, whatever was available. That's why we promised that each other will find a way to interview more, no matter what it took. And Frick and I were chosen, our friends were left behind. I could tell you how glad we were to be reunited after so long apart. We thought a lot, but him more than most. You're all here now. I'd never. I hate to say it, but the way things are going, there might not be a reason for us to stay anymore. So much has changed since the fall of Valtry, and business at the Beehive have really dried up. While I am all for the city become rather fairer places to live, we need to face facts. At this rate, the place like the Beehive will struggle to stay afloat if we were to similar work here. I think about leaving. To be honest, we don't have much choice. Whoa. I said I'll sort something out, didn't I? I got a plan to bring visitors to Yilmore. I want you two to be a part of it. It's also why I brought Kaiser. His skills as an armorer are going to solve the affair. Oh, how wonderful to see my employees engaged in... Sorry, I'll get back to it. No, as you're right, the fact that Mistress Mo and I are discussing ways on which the fortune might be improved. While I was there overheard, my ears picked up when you mentioned the possibility of attracting new customers. Given the current state of affairs, it would be... Would you share your ideas with me, young man? I ain't a businessman or nothing. You have to excuse me if I'm off my mark here. Seems to me that under Vatri, Mormons forgot what it means to actually work for a living. Well, most of the old industries are disappearing altogether. Still, there are a few things left over from those days that we can put to good use. Such as? Entertainment. The Mormons ain't only ones we have to look good old knees up, you know. If we open up a city of final pleasures to the visitors, we'll be ranking in the guild. What better way to do that than tell everyone about the beehive? Because word of the mouth will only get us so far. If you put me in charge of promoting your establishment, I'll do whatever it takes to bring people from every corner of Nordvant. It has internet pause infectious. From a self-confessed amateur, I find you persuasive. I for one think it's marvelous, wouldn't you agree? It's certainly in line with Master Chai's aim to foster trade with outsiders. As far as I'm seeing, the beehive stands only to gain from this most worthy endeavor. I'm therefore placing you in charge of advertising the beehive. I have vested interest in the success of the undertaking, granting rewards for bringing much needed customer to our doorstep. But first we need to look. I have some perfect ensembles in mind. In the meantime, why don't you take two of you resume your duties when I should provide assistance in any way you can. Our knowledge and expertise are at Kaiser's disposal, sir. Gather you're here at the lad's request. I can only guess as what it may tell. I do there shall all become clear soon now. I bid you a good day. I'm surprised you recognize me to get up, huh? I haven't told you, but I ain't used to wearing anything like this. I'm sure to advise like the beehive. I suppose I gotta look. That really matters for the first test, though. While I was getting myself, I was thinking how we could convince the others to come and spend a hardcore into the beehive. Rather than shouting from the rooftop, it would be easy if we give out flyers everywhere. I'm just thinking about a handful. I'll need 100, and I'll make new paper. But now, last one is a tricky. I need to speed things up with no one. and how we can get those from. There was one thing. Alright, payment of course. I was expecting you to do it for free by getting scripts, but I'll send you a few. But that sounds alright to you? I owe you one. Oh, or I will everything is sorted out. After I have to do it, bring myself. First, I'll take it up from here. Custom delivery. Wow, that's not good. Oh. Yeah. I should go fashion. offer to help, as I gave him a load of flyers and convinced that Queen Bee will let her drink into vouchers, not only in the right mood, but down and off. So we have to. After flying away gives a boost is one thing, but getting them to stay is the most. We have of them left. Everyone. But judging by the way of the necking and drinking, gobbing, and dances will definitely find a good time. I wonder what the problem is. From what I tell, those two over there are from Rife. Maybe we should ask them what they think of the beehive. You're not here to kick us out, are you? Why, nothing could be further from the mine. I was hoping you might share your impression of our establishment. You're asking for what you think of the place? Anywhere that gives away booze like this isn't for nothing is alright in my book. I love the interior and the word gaudy, no, vibrant, yes, that's it. So then, if you're happy, then so are we. If we're not seeing a lot of people coming back after their first visit, could it be the food, drinks are not to their liking? Fish that the common beverages are one of the finest we ever tasted. I shall savor if we like to have another, maybe try some food, but we simply can't afford to. Your price for a single plate, we could feed ourselves for a week. Have a word with the manager and see if there's something we can do about that. Thank you for your time. Yet there's still much more to be done. The end of Kaiser's new favorite asks of you. I should realize soon, but the beehive only caters to the rich, and most people in Nordvon can't afford what we're charging. Trouble is, its ingredients that push the price up. After the boost, all they got cheaper alternative. I reckon we should expand the menu to include more affordable options. That way, there's something for everyone. That's easier said than done. Quality doesn't come cheap, you know. Well, you're not wrong, Zia. Have you forgotten about Yomor's foremost barkeeper? There's a lot more to my job than just mixing drinks, morning, noons, and night. I can put together a whole selection of cost, arm, and a leg. I like the sound of that. The food, on the other hand, will take a lot more effort. I learned a few recipes during my days in Gate Town. There's usually basic ingredients. I should be able to adapt into something a bit more befitting of the beehive. I may ask that you bring me supplies. My duties prevent me from leaving the beehive for so long. I'll give you all a list of things I need. Well, sort of it. Don't worry about it. I'll start with the villages in Kalusia, and if don't find it, I'll try casting the net a bit wider. Tell you what, why don't you leave all around the renown and hiding to me, while you take care of the stuff you need an expert touch. How's that sound? Easy peasy, living breezy. Alright, let's get back. Later. Oh, I fell again. Alright, there. On my phone. I always track my phone because I can always lose that thing if I'm not careful. I can look. Really, it's because it does inspire our action. We have how much we stay here. We have come to effort that in your work, we matters of our own to come. We return to Crystal Empire, Crystal Tower, though Belic status have borne fruit in our absence. Kidding me? I didn't. Oh, I won. Jesus Christ! I was like, I'm farming cards from y'all. Wait, where did I get? Secret of Solid. When did I get this card? Oh wow! I actually pulled this card earlier. Damn, I'm firing with these Jesus Christ. Let's see. Inventory. The dwarves are sticklers for tradition, and most particularly in which they use their helmets, and only family members are permitted to use another without them. That's the best. friend of the cosmos we find no regard with the affection poured off on his truly appearance as which focus primarily on the power of the soul, and have given life to many of the I'll take you very ahead. The time to be more precise. I will thank her Rhina here the monument here. Very well, best wait for the return to our findings. It has yet to return anyone. I do hope she... Alright, welcome back. We've given understand the new mayor has taken office Eelmore. Indeed, as our girlfriend, Master Chai was elected for popular and after the soul search, he chose to accept the post. It's a shame you weren't able to attend his inaugural speech, though I have no doubt you will see more of him in the future. So tell me, how far are you preparing the White House? Our work did not proceed quite as expected. In your absence, we had a frank discussion on the principle of soul transfer, and that concluded to a length of a White House that was ill-suited for our purpose. Aranja, did you not say that compared to the massive soul of Asians, the stone could house one of our own with ease? That I did, and armed as we are as with best insight, 'twould prove our trifling matters, where we disregarded the invaluable link twist mixed with soul, a link we did barely realize, being weakened most precisely, rendering the soul dormant in all state. Thus the shedding of the flesh is surfoot aether, which cosped would in all likelihood depth the price of as well. It would theoretically be as possible to channel your minds into Osterite instead, but we would more than likely sacrifice your soul in the process. Which is why we've abandoned that plan and instead devoted our time to finding means by which mind and soul might be transported. And we're no closer to solution than we first began. A vexing conundrum indeed, but one of which Kaiser has posted a most intriguing solution. When discussing, I turned on the transmission memories and the psychic. I could not help but be reminded of a technique which I have personally experienced. Right, do you recall when we learned of my eyes from our encounter with Doga and Une? I speak of the royal eye of the elegant empire line, gifted to the forebears, through blood of memory and ancient elegance. It is by this gift that I'm able to control the crystal tower. If we were to able to get understanding of technology by which the Allegans were able to accomplish their transference, perhaps when we could hear mind and soul together. Imagine, if you will, a device that like onto the soul could replace not only with our worldly memories, but allows our bountiful energies up to the soul. This is our current avenue of investigation. We will follow it wherever it leads. While we're at rest, it's best that Kaiser returns to the source from Krile and other things of our findings. I agree. I imagine her will be relieved to hear what we've made progress of the sort. I would beg leave to relay the findings onto Dinker and Ryan and to assist where I may in the investigation of the empty. Yes, please do. Should we have need of your counsel, we will not hesitate to summon you. That's how I want you. Kenan is aged in the first leading authority of Soulcraft, which will be surely able to perform, but I grow weary at this thought. What I would not give for coffee and perhaps vanilla tart. Ooh, vanilla tart. I pray the link to the bodies in our world will endure any longer should we fall. Mark my words, Kaiser, we will unlock the secret of the elegant eye and see the others return home. There's a time where I thought these eyes are cursed, you know, but for what they may yet be possible, I see now they are a blessing. You're back. My first. Cry will be there. She's just attending the. I don't think I ever get used to saying it anyway. You can tell us everything until she shoots you. Sure, let's wait.
Sorry to keep you waiting. I've carried out the treatment as per Master Matoya's instructions. It should slow the destabilization of their corporeal ether quite significantly. But tell me, how fare our friends in the First?
Well, we had a plan, but now it didn't work. We're trying to transfer the mind and soul.
So this Becklug's the first to lead an authority on soulcraft, are they? Sounds promising.
And Urianger's proffered solution of white auracite is rather ingenious now that I think of it. Well, while they press on with their preparations, you may rest assured we will continue to do our part here.
Oh, you're back.
Justinian.
And none the worse for wear, I see.
Estinian! Oh, thank the gods! We've been worried sick. Did you lose your link pearl or something?
The situation in Garlemald has become more complicated. I was making my escape from the capital when I ran into one of yours, Riol. He thought it best we come straight here.
More complicated how?
Where to begin?
Yeah, inform us.
After entering the Empire via Razat Han, I went about my mission of investigating Black Rose. It was then, inside a provincial factory, that I encountered the one who styles himself Shadow Hunter, Gaius Baelsar. Our goals being apparently aligned, we joined forces and ventured on into the heart of the capital, to the very Imperial Palace itself. There, we found a man whom all assumed dead. But his soul lives on, and he has wrested back his flesh. Xenos Ye Galvus. Nor did the surprises end there, for no sooner had we arrived than he murdered his sire in cold blood. The Emperor is dead. This sent Gaius into a rage, and he charged in, blade drawn.
Oh, I get to see it now.
What's wrong?
See him in action, his body at least. You will not best him alone. Nay, death will not come easy to that thing. If you would join me, then by all means. For what good it will do. Black Wolf and the Azura Dragon, I suppose this might suffice. Come then. Nice team attack. A simple pleasure of one's flesh. Truly there's no place like home. Abomination. Abomination. Whether he is, Kaiser was barely a match for him if we stay much longer. The Radiance, are you alright? We may wear out our welcome. The Radiance, no. Might even be most middling of sport be spoiled. The world conspires to bore me. I have no cause to remain. Leave these vermins to you. Any bright ideas? Just one. The Radiance. Intruders have taken flight. I repeat, the intruders have taken flight. Deploy all available magic armor. We cannot let them escape. Oh, I did fight him in extreme though. That'll be a video for its own time. You'll see that soon enough. I fought the Emperor in extreme, so. Palestinian. Let's see, what do we have? So I have a range attack, dive shots, and heal. Oof. Right, I'll take the low road. Eee. Well, someone's busy. Well, you would bar my way, would you? So be it. Come, Nihal, lend me your strength. Could've used that against Xenos. At least I get to hear this fire song. What does move do? That's a lot of damage. Yeah, I have Nidhogg boosted. So I can spam Star Days and things. There's another simple precision. Yeah, man. Well, as soon as I can spam stars for like Alright, show off. Guardians and their machines. Now where are you, Gaius? Gotta say, gang respects game.
Are you alright?
Peer into my past, did you?
Yeah. I saw everything.
Well, I didn't quite relive the experience as you did, but I bore witness to it all.
I'm still not sure what I think of this gift of yours. But no matter. Our confrontation was cut short when the Imperial Guard arrived. It was then that Xenos took his leave, citing boredom.
Yeah, he does that.
To think their research into the Echo could bear such fruit. Escaping death, jumping from one body to the next, and returning to his own after all this time. He is an Ascian in all but name.
It beggars belief, aye. But no more than a hero traversing the rift between worlds.
Yeah. I...
My concerns are far more prosaic. With the Emperor dead and the Crown Prince missing, the Empire is in disarray. Until order is restored, assuming it even possible, we needn't fear an Imperial reprisal. And for reasons of his own, Xenos took it upon himself to rid the world of Black Rose. Riol has already gone to apprise the Alliance leaders of these developments.
Oh,
We may
I
leave the
guess
matter in their
thanks,
hands for now.
Then perhaps we have seen the last of the fighting at Gimlet. Though, if it comes to civil war, I cannot help but fear for the provinces. Ah, I'd nearly forgotten to ask. What became of Gaius? Did he not escape with you?
That he did, but we parted ways shortly after leaving Garlemald. He claimed another threat had arisen which demanded his attention. He didn't elaborate, but the absence of some device or other in the capital gave him reason to believe they're planning something. Lest you worry, I believe he has well and truly shed the Black Wolf's pelt. Conquest is no longer his objective. We may safely leave him to his own devices.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice to have one less foe to worry about, even if we do have a mysterious new threat to look out for instead. Speaking of which, I'll see that Riol and our shinobi are made aware. Though we still know next to nothing, it can't hurt to be vigilant.
Well then, with Black Rose nipped in the bud, I believe I've fulfilled my part of the bargain.
That's true, but with the Archon still slumbering away, we were hoping you might agree to stay with us for a little bit longer.
Sorry, but I'm not inclined to extend my contract. Gaius isn't the only one with business to attend to.
Thank you for your help then, Estinian. I see why Alphino admires you so.
Farewell, my friend. See that you don't make a habit of dozing off in battle.
I'll try.
I suppose we should all be getting on then. As ever, we will see to the Archon's needs. In the meantime, why not get some rest? You've more than earned it.
Yeah, I know. Where rest anyway? I might use this as a Lala gang. Roll out, baby. Alright, made progress. Ask more. We must share our hoping back and forth. Between worlds, we not stay rest for a while. I sure beg to manage without you. Oh God, no signs to help if you ask me. Ow, my hair. Meanwhile, in Garlemald. Traitors, you would dare deny Lord Nerva the throne? You got it. Before this day is done, victory shall be ours. Rainbow. You think I find it amusing, like dogs herding cattle to the slaughterhouse? The hue of your soul is... Who are you? Before your majesty, I am another dog lost in want of a new master, a hound dog if you should wish so, for I know full well the prey you would seek next. Zodiac. Meanwhile, in Yomor the first. Here, the mayor reopening Dale Stoneworks, and they're looking for laborers. There's talk about selling some old abandoned villages too. They're even laying on free talos to help anyone willing to make the move. Free talos, ha! We best get packing. Steady work, board, lodging. If that's not a recipe for hope, I don't know what is. Oop. Alberta. So, yes, so long as I yet live, I will see that feeble flame rekindled. What the hell? Alberta? What the hell? It's my destiny to see our dreams fulfilled. Why was Arbiter? Why was there That's your favorite? I can normally once play, but for me I have been only distracted ever since you came back to that first. Wait, what the? Huh? What? Wait, why are you saying like? Oh shit, her dialogue is stuck. Well, I thank you all for watching. If you subscribe to videos all the time. With that being said, this has become a Kaiser I'm OP. I'm just that good. See you in the next video. I'll be the scene. For watching. If you subscribe to videos all the time. With that being said, this is kind of a Kaiser I'm OP. I'm just that good. See you in the next video. I'll be the scene.